Hey, this is Wilson. I'm with my two prestigious co-hosts, uh, Shane Murray and Jason Big Mitch Mitchell. Um,
Uh,
right. It's Saturday night. Um, how you guys doing tonight,
uh, Bummed out about these Lakers, but other than that, we good.
Mitch?
As you can see, I'm still in my hoodie and glasses. I am hiding because I am a Laker fan. Unfortunately, I need to. I'm gonna start wearing a mask outside. Like, just I don't want people to see my face when I'm wearing my Laker gear. It's getting bad out here. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing out here.
Okay, so the Lakers are now 0-5. The last time we convened, we asked Shane Murray. We asked her around the round table here. Uh, what was the Lakers' record going to be by the end of this week? So they play the Nuggets tomorrow night. We're going to preview that game. We're going to talk about what happened the couple games previous. So it's a 3-game week. It started on it was Tuesday against the Nuggets in Denver. We lost that one.
Yep.
Then we came back Friday night, which was last night, against the Timberwolves, and we lost that one. Russell Westbrook.
Sure did.
Russell Westbrook missed the game against
Denver. Right.
against he missed the game against Denver, and then he came off
Right.
the bench last night in his return. Anthony Davis
Right.
did not play. You would think, I think Mitch's display name says AD equals always disabled. You would think that
Yes.
AD would go, okay, we're already on 4. Like, this is already embarrassing. If I can
Right.
play, their explanation for it was, well, if I can't play, if I can't, he had a bad back. He tweaked it in the game against Denver. The explanation was, well, or the thinking was, well, if I can't, I'll rest tonight and then try to give it a go against Denver on Sunday. But why? We need a win, you know. So
We need
maybe
something.
we win, maybe we win that game on Friday if AD plays. But nonetheless, he didn't play. Now we go on tomorrow night, going to tomorrow night against Denver. At least we're at home, but we're 0-5. Shane Murray said we were going to be 3-3. Obviously, that's not going to happen.
Right.
uh,
And he promised us drinks.
That's
He
right.
promised us drinks.
yeah, I get y'all drinks, whatever. But going back to AD, this was more
Uh,
this
I'm
was
just
more of
saying.
the coach's decision. Um, they
Yeah.
they reported
Stop it.
Mike Trudell reported that that Friday morning he woke up, with back spasms. He they he tell coach, the Darvin Ham and the doctors basically you've been having this problem since the preseason, and it's better to get uh straighten this out now, and so it won't be a problem later. So I basically convinced him to sit out. This wasn't no, even though the narrative is still true. This is more so the coach and medical staff stepping in and trying to protect AD.
Two things. Two things. One, this is probably, right before you started talking, that's probably the part of the show where we rewind the tape and then replay you showing that we're going to go 3-0. And, and then we fast forward to now when we're 0-5.
Yeah, okay.
But whatever.
I was
Okay.
completely wrong.
But
All right,
got that
yeah.
out the way.
Y'all get
Got,
y'all
got that
drinks. Whoop de doo.
right. Got that out the way, right. So,
Yeah, y'all get y'all drinks. Yay.
I don't even drink, but
Uh-huh.
I just take the victory in itself. It's like,
I'll take his drink. So, cool.
And
Either
also another news: JTA might be out Sunday too. So that's just
Well,
came
he
out.
was out last night, so that's Either way,
Yeah.
here's the second thing. So you're telling us that this was basically the coaching staff and the doctors convincing AD to not play, right?
Basically, basically.
Man, in comparison, Tua almost died on the football field, and the doctors couldn't keep him off the field. Like,
I mean,
I'm
that's
not saying
totally
that. I'm
different,
not
man.
saying. Hold on,
That's
girl.
that's 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 a slippery
Hey,
slope right
hold
there.
on,
That's
hold
a
on, girl.
slippery slope.
Hold on, girl. Let me finish. I'm not saying that it's right, but what I'm saying is it's two different mentalities, right? Like, should the doctors have kept Tua out? They
Yes.
definitely should have. But it's a different mentality where, nah, hold on, no way.
Well, keep in mind too.
Playing. AD, he's not
Keep in mind too. Tua, I believe, is in a contract year.
to say
Your sound. Anyway, but keep in mind too. Tua is I believe, is in a contract year, and this is the first year where he's actually like, okay, this is my squad. Whereas opposed the coaches just have in previous years, they wasn't really high on
stop.
him or wasn't sure on him.
Just
So
stop.
this is the first year where he's
Just
like,
stop.
okay, this is my team.
Tua's not in a contract year. He's on his rookie deal still. This is Tua's second or third year. This is Tua's third year. He's still in his rookie deal. Rookie deals for first rounders are 5 years. He's not in a contract year. He's just a warrior. He has a different mentality.
Yeah, all right. Warrior about to get his ass retired early.
I mean, definitely, I agree with that. But, and then, can you believe that? I mean, it's a quick side note. Like, and then for him to go into the game last week, and he's not even sliding. He's not even sliding feet first. This guy is going for first down head first. I'm like, oh no, not yet. What are you doing? He's an animal. But that, I mean, again, that just goes to show you, like, it's a different mentality.
I mean, different mentality, yes, but it is football. We know AD is softer than Charmin's toilet paper, but
that's the point I'm trying to get across. It's it's different mentalities.
Right, but we can't hold this
And,
on AD. This was more so, yeah. We see you
no,
struggling with this.
I could.
Oh, all right,
I
we
could.
if you want to, but
It's got to be something like he could even like at least try to go. Like, man, like
we don't want to.
Come on, man.
Phoenix Suns in the playoff situation. No, I'm good on that.
I prefer that.
I'm tired of saying that. No, just sit out.
I'm trying to see listen. The point is, like, I'm trying to see the effort from this guy. Like, ever since we won the championship, like, his numbers have been down, 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 just like him on the floor every single game. Like, every time he falls,
Yeah, but in
Lakers Nation holds their breath.
He's the main reason why our defense is top 2.
What?
I said, in fairness, so he's the main reason why our defense is top 2. We ain't won a game yet, but he's been leading the defense.
But like, we at the end of the day, we have one. And I'll give him that he has defense for the most part. Also for the defense as well.
Plus dropping 26. So it's
the way AD played against the Blazers, that's how we need him to play. That's the guy we need. I haven't seen that AD all season. I only saw it in the Blazer game. So why are we 0-5? Because AD's not the best player on the
because
team.
we haven't played a consistent game. Like, most of the time, we play solid defense and can't shoot. Last game,
AD needs to be the best player on this team.
Yeah, it's not gonna
There's
happen.
no way around it. There's no way around it. Then we're gonna lose. We're not gonna have a winning season, or we'll make the play in, and like we're not gonna get to where we need to go if our best player is in his 20th season. It is what it is. We're not gonna reach our goals if our best player is in his 20th season. Because let's be honest, LeBron looks like he's slowing down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot bit, but just a little bit.
I said on Twitter today that I think what washed up, not washed up, what post prime means for LeBron is not that he's washed up like Vince Carter or so many other
Right.
great players we've seen at the end. It just means that he can no longer impact winning. And he'll probably always the NBA these days is just a run and jump and shoot league. So it's like he'll probably always be able to do that. You know, so he'll always be able to put some numbers up, but he's not even close anymore to being somebody who can, like I said, affect the outcome of the game. And as far as AD goes, AD, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I said it on Twitter. I talked about his, how he's. I know I'm not the first person who said it. Bill Simmons talks about it a lot, but about how he's changed his body and he's bulked up and put on weight. I guess thinking that way he won't get hurt anymore. But the way he moves now is completely different. I mean, he runs like almost like a,
Well, I told you what it is, but Jason thinks I'm crazy. He skips leg day. He doesn't have a strong base. That's why he's getting all these damn leg injuries.
Yeah, well,
all of his injuries are all legs.
The way
he don't work on his legs.
But he just hurt his back though. And the way he moves is
lower back.
The way he moves is like an Arvidas Sabonis or something like that now. He moves so gently. And some guys are Vlade Divac. Some guys like Jokic moves like that. Embiid moves like that kind of. But they're naturally kind of heavier guys. Like Embiid, Embiid is a natural 285, 300 pounder. Jokic is a natural 250, 260 pounder. AD shouldn't be playing at 250, 260, I don't think. AD should be playing at maybe around 240. But if you go back and you look at his his game film from 2 years ago when we won the title and compare it to, or 3 years ago now almost, when we won it 3 seasons ago, when we won the title and compare it to today, he was much lighter and quicker and more agile that title winning season than he is today. This is the guy, remember when he was at Kentucky, remember all the talk was about how he was a point guard in high school until he had that growth spurt. So one of the things that made him so unique was his agility, was his guard-like skills in certain aspects. So now he's become just another big guy who shoots threes and doesn't play around the basket. And it
can't do threes no more.
Yeah, and he's obviously he's still a good player, but he's really just out there just going through the motions now.
Basically,
I would on to LeBron being prime. I think what you can see are the season. This was really checked in. Just how that he had. He had 8 the Nuggets, and then how many have last night?
Huh?
I'm not sure last night, but he had 8.
You're cracking on a lot, Mitch. What were you saying?
That LeBron in post prime and having all the turnovers that he's been having. Last night.
Another thing with LeBron too. Stop with the passive aggressive shit. Like, if we got a problem, just say it. Like, stop with the IG cryptic messages shit. You supposed to be the leader. You got something on your mind, speak it. Like, I'm tired of
LeBron
trying to wonder what you're thinking.
LeBron has always been passive aggressive.
Yeah, stop that shit. He's 38 now, bro.
He's never been direct. He's always been the type of guy who will make his statements via tweets or Instagram posts, being subliminal and low key. I guess he got that from his buddy Jay-Z. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really know what to say, man. I just don't know. I like I said, I think it's almost like it's impossible for them to win a game. because it's
It's
like
not impossible. It's just
damn near.
like I said, they got to play a consistent game. Like up until the Timberwolves game, they played solid defense but couldn't shoot for shit. Once the Timberwolves game came, all of a sudden the jumper thought falling, but the defense took a step back. Like they got to find a way to put it all together.
But they can't shoot, and
They can't shoot that good, but they have guys who can at least get to 33, 34%.
His shot within the defense is weak some games.
Like Austin got to shoot more. He's shooting. He have one of the best 3-point percentage on the team, but he's not shooting.
Taking all the threes is Austin Reeves, Walker Fourth, and Matt Ryan. Those are people that have shown this.
And we still got to figure out roles on the team because, like, yeah, I was happy to see Westbrook get his 18, but he's not set 6 men, or is he? So you got to figure that out.
I got something about that too. I'm gonna go back to LeBron really quick. His cryptic pass.
Mitch, we can barely hear you.
And his cryptic, passive aggressive game.
In and out, Mitch. In and out.
Timeout.
Also, we got to figure out what we're doing with Damian Jones and Thomas Bryant, because we didn't get 2 7-footers for Bron to go back to playing the 5, or for AD to even consider playing the 5. Like,
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you're good.
Thank you. Listen, going back to LeBron and his cryptic tweets. I mean, was cryptic IG post. I just saw that he posted on IG that that he now has the most 20-point games in NBA history or whatever. LeBron, I don't want to hear that
for first guy.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that right now. Like, LeBron, we're 0-5. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. If you want to talk about that after the season, brother, by all means, take your curtain calls. Of course, man. You're like, I don't think anybody other than Shea Murray can question that LeBron is a great player. He's one of the greatest of all times. It's not the greatest, but he's one of the greatest of all time. I think we can all, except for Shea Murray, we can all agree on that. But I don't want to hear that right now. Like, let's stay in the moment, bro. Like at this point, it's almost time to go into like 0 dark 30 mode and just cut off the social media and just lock in. The Nets already had a players.
Can he lock in though?
I mean, that goes back to what I was saying about being post prime. Can he lock in? I mean, he could, but I don't know if he's like. I mean, it's year 20. It's year 20. Can we expect him to? He needs to be.
Does he want to? It's the question.
I mean, Skip Bayless would say no. Like, Skip Bayless is always saying that he's out here to make movies and to pass Kareem.
That's what it looked like. And he already signed his deal, so
I mean, it's not looking good for the counter argument, but man, I would like to think that he's here to win championships. I would like to think that. I really would.
It's hard to believe, man. And he said, that might be taken for granted. But it's
man. You got Lay Shannon Sharp out here defending your honor every morning. Like, come on.
You've been paid already. You signed the deal, so how are you being taken for granted? And we have 11 clutch players on the team. So explain to me how you.
7. I counted 7.
I heard 11, but okay, 7. But still,
I counted 7. I looked at the roster.
7 out of 15 players are clutch clients.
Let's go through it. So it's Bron, AD, Troy Brown, Lonnie Walker, Kendrick Nunn, JTA, Scottie Pippen. 7.
I want to say Thomas Bryant is one too.
He's not.
No.
I looked at the roster when you were talking about it in the group chat. We got 7. But your point,
Still, that's still a lot.
listen, your point is your point requires some consideration. I will not lie. Your point considers, I mean, because you look at it, right? And it's like, okay, 4 of those guys, JTA, Lonnie Walker, Troy Brown, and Scottie Pippen Jr., those are guys that we went after this offseason. Now, did we go after those guys just because they're clutch clients or because they fit this roster? Conspiracy theories.
Darvin Ham wanted young, more athletic players. There's always only so many young athletic players you're going to get for minimum deals. So
we need a young, athletic 3-and-D guys, though. Like, come on.
I mean, but how many of those are going to take $2 million?
There's got to be. Listen, everybody wants to shoot like Curry. There's got to be some people out there that can. We found Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was doing DoorDash this time last year. There's got to be some guys out there.
That's true, but that's what's available. But are you going to get what's his name? Like when I was with him with the Warriors last year.
What?
Otto Porter Jr. Otto Porter Jr. not taking $2 million.
Well, he just won a championship. Why would he?
But I'm saying though, that was the high free agent. Like, you're not gonna get high free agents that you need for $2 million.
So now I'm defending your point, and now you're going against your point. I don't understand what's happening.
No, but I'm saying like, because
what's happening?
It's been a whole thing about roster construction and why couldn't we get this? Why couldn't we get that? We have 3 guys making max dollars. That means everything else is minimum deal. I'm gonna just stop you right there. Because why even bring up that? Oh well, we have so many clutch clients. If you're okay with the roster construction, I'm not tripping about the roster construction, but a lot of fans are complaining about the roster construction. That's one of the main things.
About having too many clutch clients.
It shouldn't be that many clutch clients, but I'm saying the roster. I'm fine with the roster.
Antho.
I bring up the clutch clients to say, well, Laker fans that got a problem with the roster can't just say, okay, Rob, you suck. No, nigga. The 7 clients are clutch clients. That means Bron had something to say about this whole roster.
So what do you
can't
think,
just dodge Bron and go straight to Rob Pelinka.
So you're trying to pass the blame on to LeBron.
This is all on LeBron.
Shane, irrespective of who's it on, do you think this is a roster that is a playoff roster or a contending roster?
Great question.
For right now, they could be a playing team to a 6 to 8 seed. I'll say that.
We'll be lucky. We'll be at this point. It'd be a successful season if we get to the play-in.
Yeah,
we're the only team that hasn't won a game.
Unless we make a trade. We're
in last place. We suck.
We're 0-5.
We're 0-5. We last in the West. Like
we're already.
It's 5 games. It's not. It's bad, but it's still early, man. Like
I said,
Philly's losing. Brooklyn's losing. Utah's 5-2. Come on now, this is 5. We gotta pop the brakes still a little bit.
Of all those teams that you mentioned, how many of those other teams have 17 championships?
So you're gonna be spoiled because we got 17 championships.
I'm holding this team and this franchise to a higher standard. We don't worry. The thing about the Lakers, we don't worry about other teams. We don't worry about their other standards and whatnot. No, we're the Lakers. You know this. And going back to the original,
that would be toxic.
I got a question for you.
Like brats.
I have a question for you that I wanted to start the show off with, and I almost forgot. But man, what happened to you? You used to be the most impatient Laker fan. Antho, I'm telling you, this guy,
Impatient.
three games in would be like, oh, man, we 2-1. What's happening with these guys? I can't believe we lost the game. What happened to you? I used to have to be the one telling you, hey, man, let's at least wait 10 games, and then we can kind of see where we are. This fool used to panic so much. I want to know what happened to him.
Well, first off, mind you, I was young as fuck during those times. You keep forgetting that. Still young as fuck.
You know what it is, Mitch? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's just like Bill Belichick, right? How when Belichick had Brady, he was like super hard on Brady, right? Because he felt like, I mean, he had the best quarterback, the best player, the greatest player of all time. So he felt like he could do that, and not only that, but that was what Brady needed to get him going. Like Brady's the type of guy who needs a kick in the ass to get him keep him motivated. Whereas as soon as he got Cam Newton, he switched his whole style of coaching up. All he did was praise Cam Newton, and Cam was trash. Cam threw like 7 touchdowns that season, but all he did was praise Cam Newton for like.
First off, you can't just say Cam is trash. You got to put context on that.
He wasn't great.
Cam caught COVID in the middle of playing.
Here we go. Anyway,
right.
What's wrong with you?
You can sneeze at that all you want. No. Cam caught COVID
in the games that he actually did play, even before the Rona. Like he wasn't.
He when he caught it, he said he actually had he caught a COVID brain like during the game. Say he was still recovering from.
Okay, so Shane,
and it was a new system.
What about?
And it was a new system. So
he was washed, bro. Just admit it. He was washed.
It's okay. Cam Newton was a great quarterback. He was an NFL MVP.
He's still better than half the quarterbacks out
there. He was not that same player in New England. Let's be honest. He wasn't.
And my point.
It's a whole new system. First off, and he caught COVID. You can't just keep sneezing at that, dude.
Okay. Look at Peyton Manning. How quick did he turn around the Broncos? New system, right?
Did he catch COVID?
But my point is that
you can't just you keep sneezing at COVID like it ain't shit.
My point is that if
people really got affected with that shit. So
if Belichick had the MVP version of Cam Newton, he might have been more harsh in the way he spoke to him and the way he talked about him in the media. And my point is, I think because I get Mitch. Mitch, when you talk about, is Mitch still there? Mitch, when you talk about Shane like being like they start off 2-1. And he'd be like, "What's wrong with these guys?" Was that the Kobe Gasol championship teams?
It would be like after that, maybe like let's say like the year after we won in 2010, maybe.
Okay, but still though, that was still. I thought that team was going to win the title again. So that was still an elite championship Lakers team with Kobe and Phil Jackson and those guys.
Yeah.
So with them, he'd be like, okay, like they need a kick in the ass, or it was okay for him to be, more harsh or more impatient. But when it's a Lakers team that's sorry, then he's like, no, let's just be patient. Let's be, it just depends on what the Lakers, how good they are, basically.
Right. Damn, you're right.
No, I would take that to maturity, as in those. I'm gonna go
with Anthos logic. Yeah, you're right. Shane recognizes that this team is trash, so he's like, yeah, I got to take it easy on him. I can't go hard.
Did he used to act the same way with the
THT
with the baby Lakers?
Oh yeah, I love those Lakers though.
But did Shane used to be like more positive and more patient with the baby Lakers?
He wasn't because he had high expectations for them. So
Shane Murray, I don't know. That's Shane Murray for you, though. We can't figure it out. That's the whole point of Shane Murray.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah,
he's literally out here he's really trying to convince us. Oh, hey, Cam Newton, he had COVID brain, bro. Stop it.
Brain.
That is an excuse, sir. He caught the Rona. He missed some games.
I'm not gonna.
You give him.
You want to be the one to sneeze at COVID like COVID ain't shit.
Let's say you give him, 1 or 2 games to get back into the flow of things after catching the Rona, right? So
Bruh.
you take out
People take Rona differently.
you take out 2 games. So you take
You know
out
there was a
2
football player that sit out the season because he caught the Rona and retired. So
What's his
you
name?
can't just say,
What's his
"Oh, he
name?
got the Rona, ain't gonna be back 2 games and
What's
be
his
fine."
name?
No, it
What's his
don't work
name?
like that.
What's his
It
name?
don't work like that.
What's his name?
I got a question.
It was
Shay,
a
What's his
random
name?
ass dude. I remember
Yeah.
that because it was random as fuck.
Exactly. Boom.
Shay, I got a question. How is Sharif doing right now?
Stop. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wait.
He making more bread than you. First off, 1, 2, he's actually
Yeah.
playing on the team. So I don't get what you're trying to say.
Well,
He's
because
trying
remember
to
you
say
played.
Sharif is ass. Sorry,
Right,
Sharif. I
and you
love you
said it was
though.
because he had open
He
heart
playing.
surgery.
He's still playing pro ball. So what's the? I don't get what you.
I take it back, Sharif. You're not ass, man. You're a great basketball player, man, for sure. My bad, Sharif.
I don't get what you're trying to make. What point you trying to make with that?
He's trying to say you were wrong
How was I wrong?
because Sharif ain't on the team.
He's playing pro ball though and making money.
He's
So
not.
Well, I mainly
What are you
just wanted to
saying?
draw the compare because remember Mitch, he said that he blamed Cam's poor play on COVID, and he
Right.
blamed Sharif averaging 2 points in college on him
On
having
his
open
heart.
heart surgery.
Right.
And then neither one of
That's
those
a
things
lot
are
of
funny,
excuses.
especially open heart surgery.
open heart surgery is not an excuse, bro.
What?
You could try to make it an excuse, but it's not.
You said open heart surgery was an excuse.
Huh?
Didn't you say open heart surgery was an excuse?
Well, I'm in the. What he's saying is, he's saying, "Oh, that's an excuse." Open heart surgery is serious. I mean, that's my point I'm trying to make.
Keep your story straight.
Shay?
You the one that said, "Oh, that's not a big deal." Yeah, open heart surgery. Oh, it's not a
No,
big deal.
no.
That you
That's
act
what I
like.
said.
That's what you act like. That's what
No,
you
no,
act
no.
like.
That's not what I said. What I said was
Your actions is showing otherwise.
ain't no actions. What I'm saying is Sharif had the open heart surgery. We can all recognize that is clearly a big deal. However, he is still like he played so much after that. And at this point, he's so far removed from that he's, for the most part, he should be
So far removed. It's always been a couple years.
Well, Shane, how do you explain Cam Newton last year? I know but why we're all over the place. But why? How do you explain Cam Newton last year with the Panthers when he came back to the Panthers?
right. What then?
It's a bad year.
Oh,
Shit happens. It's not, "Oh, we suck. Oh, we good." No, shit happens.
That's not. See, you get wrapped up on this word sucks, right? Like we'd be like, okay, Cam Newton sucks. It's not that Cam Newton sucks. It's that Cam Newton isn't the same Cam Newton that was winning the NFL MVP award. That's the
I mean, he's
thing.
not good.
It means he's not good enough anymore.
not
That's the
anymore.
point.
He wasn't good anymore, Shane.
He's not
I'll
the
still
same
take him over a
guy.
starter over like half these damn quarterbacks who starting,
Nah, not
especially
anymore.
Kaepernick.
Huh?
Him and Kaepernick can start over half the damn starting quarterbacks right now.
No, they couldn't, Shane.
Yes, they can.
Cam couldn't even outplay Sam Darnold last year.
What?
I said Cam couldn't even outplay Sam Darnold last year.
That was last year.
That was last. So he's gonna be better this year, Shane. A year older. He's not even trying to play anymore. All right.
That's like saying the Shaq the version of Shaq on the Celtics was just as good as Shaq on the Lakers. Like, come on, they
No,
people
they
age.
don't get away with that. You're not gonna get away with that because that's totally different.
How
So,
is it totally different? Please tell me.
because Shaq on the Celtics was completely done.
That was Cam with the freaking.
And Cam was not completely done. Cam went to a Patriots team that's fucking uptight. He's not. So it's a personality structure and learn a new system and he had COVID. Then he goes to the Panthers in the middle of the season and tries to resurrect that team. And he had a bad one good game and it fell downhill from there. That's it.
But that's
We
the
gotta
thing.
stop with all these quick take narratives. Oh, he's washed.
Ain't no quick
he's
take.
trash.
He
da, da, da.
had so many games after that one good game. Like, it's not just the one game.
Like I said, it went downhill after that one good game. But I don't make him wash or
Because he
trash.
wasn't.
He's had a bad season.
Because he's not Cam Newton anymore.
That don't mean he's trash.
Stop getting hung up on that word.
Well, use a different word.
How can we? Well, why though, Shane? Aren't you mature enough to know that
You can say he had a bad year. But you don't say, "Oh,
No.
he's done."
No.
He
Shut up.
lost.
No, heck no. Change your prescription and read through the lines. How about that? Read between the lines.
How
man.
about you pick a different word?
Change
How about you use your adjectives and adverbs?
Change your prescription and read between the lines for me. How about that? Can you do that?
How about no? Because reading
man.
between your book is bullshit.
Act like, man, pretend like you're intelligent or something. Like, what the heck are you doing?
Pretend you're actually a person.
What?
I said, pretend like you're actually a person.
Dude,
what's that supposed to mean?
I'm explaining it to you, and I don't know
Because
how.
you're coming off like an asshole.
What?
I said, because you're coming off like an asshole.
Dude, to say that he's not the same player that he was when he was winning the NFL MVP is not like a disrespect.
He's not the same player, but that don't mean he's washed, trash.
Again, when we say that Cam was trash, it means that he is not the Cam Newton that was winning the NFL MVP. So again, change your prescription and read between the lines.
Again, change your verbiage.
No,
say, he's not trash. He's had a bad year. He's not the same player.
In the famous words of Nick
Cam Newton over Kirk Cousins.
In the famous words
Cam Newton
of Nick Saban,
over Jared Goff.
Stop asking.
I still take Cam Newton over Garoppolo. I still take Cam Newton over porn star Jimmy.
You just said it twice.
What did you just say? What did Jimmy Garoppolo do to you? Why you throw his business out there like that?
Man,
what are you talking about?
That's the one quarterback who trash.
So Shane, you're telling me this is what you're telling me. That those people you say did you say Kirk Cousins just to rile Mitch up, or you really
wait? I didn't even hear it.
I said I'll take Cam and Kaepernick over Kirk Cousins.
And who else did you say?
Garoppolo, Jared Goff.
Mitch is out of here. Mitch threw up.
He can get out of here all he wants. Kirk Cousins is trash as fuck.
What? Hell no. Hey, you gotta see me. I'm gonna fight you right now. That's my cousin. That's my family. That's kin. We 5-1, sucker. I'm not gonna sit here and take that from you. Kirk, I got your back, baby. Don't trip. I'm gonna handle this lightweight. Me and you, meet me at the park. Right now, sucker.
Man, Mitch turned into Mr. T. You made him. That's how mad you made him.
You know where I'm at. You want to catch a fade, catch a fade. But like I said,
you can't even catch a football. Get out of here. Catch a fade.
Those guys
don't play with me.
No, listen. Jared Goff. Kirk Cousins is just a very, very good quarterback. Now Jimmy G and Jared Goff.
He's better than Dak. How about that?
No, he ain't.
Kirk Cousins is better than Dak.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, he is.
No, he ain't.
Kirk Cousins won 5 games this season. How many has Dak won?
How many has Dak played?
1.
How many has Dak played?
1. He got 1 win this season. That's it. And who'd he beat? The Lions. Kirk already did that.
What's your point?
Kirk Cousins is better. That's the point.
How did Mitch know that the Vikings were going to be good this year? Was it fan?
Who said they're good?
They're 5-1.
We've got Kirk Cousins. He's an above-average quarterback. We've got the best receiver in the league, Justin Jefferson. Hit a gritty real quick. We've got one of the top running backs in the league, Dalvin Cook. We've got an amazing offensive line. And now we have an offensive coach who just won a Super Bowl in this great city of Los Angeles to put it all together. Now, the defense We're still working on that right now. But we've got great players at every level of defense as well. We got all pro. We've got all pro Harrison Smith at safety. We've got the very underrated Eric Kendricks at linebacker. Super underrated. He went to UCLA. You might have heard of him. Don't play with me. I mean, we've got the great Patrick Peterson on the corners. We've got some young, exciting corners. We need to play a little bit better on the corner, but that's, And then on the defensive line, we've got Zadarius Smith, Daniil Hunter. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. I knew.
Oh my God.
You can tell.
The coaches. Who's the coach again?
The great Kevin O'Connell.
Right. He
left.
That's great.
He left the bright lights of LA to head on to Minnesota. Can you believe it? I can.
Yeah, one of those McVay boys.
That's great.
The great Kevin O'Connell. He won a Super Bowl.
Is Brandon Staley? Is he one of those McVay boys from the Chargers?
I'm not sure.
Yes, he is.
But yeah, he's the only one who who's not, he kind of doesn't know what he's doing. It seems like. But
I wouldn't say that. It's the Chargers are cursed.
The Chargers are cursed. I don't know, man. They just you know what the Chargers, man? They just can't get right. They just can't get right, boss.
They're the NFL's Clippers.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, tomorrow night the Lakers play the Nuggets again. I mean, I said I wanted to do a preview of the game, but we kind of just saw the game. The only difference will be that
I know it's going to happen. Where the game's going to begin. The Nuggets will go up by about 8 to 10 points. The Lakers will then trail until about 8 minutes in the second quarter. And then they'll make a run, and then they'll tie it at halftime.
Go Bruins!
And then after halftime, they're going to come out slow. And then they'll probably go down by 12 to 15 points by that point. Then they'll make a nice little run in the fourth quarter and end up losing by 6.
That happens every time.
Yeah, every time. I'm telling you, I was watching the Nuggets game on Wednesday. I looked at Sheila and I was like, because it was tied 54-54 at halftime against the Nuggets on Wednesday. I looked at it and normally I would be like, okay, we made such a good run. This is it. Not this time. They played with me too many times. I was like, I looked at the score. I did my arms just like this. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. They're gonna go down by 10 right now. It's fine. We're gonna lose this game. It's cool. And sure enough, what happened? They went down, tried to make a little comeback in the fourth quarter, came up short. It happened every year. It's been happening since I was saying in the group chat, man, this is going back to last season, the mentality of this team. Teams are not scared of the Lakers anymore. And it goes back to that first OKC game last season where we blew that 25-point lead. Teams just aren't scared of
our leaders are not leaders. So when your leaders are not leaders, you can't be scared of no team.
I'm just saying, man. They need to change. They need to fight somebody or something, man. I don't know. They gotta change the perception around the league, and they need to
Well, Pat Beverly is supposed to do that.
But no, it needs to come down to AD. It needs to come down to AD.
Happen, man. You gonna keep getting disappointed if you just. It is what it is.
We're here to talk about what needs to change, and that needs to change. AD has to change. He needs to strike fear into his opponents. If he plays tomorrow, he needs to outwork the Joker. Because
go ahead, Mitch.
That disrespectful jumper that the Joker hit at the end of the game on Wednesday, the little step back 1-footer over AD, that was disrespectful. AD, you need to, man, what Joker had, if Joker had 31, 13, 9 assists and 4 steals, I need AD to have 40. I need AD to have 40, 15, and 12 with
Good
6
luck.
blocks. He needs to make a statement. Ain't no just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna step on the court. I'm Anthony Davis. I'm a skilled basketball player. That's exactly how he runs on the court too, just like this. He said, "Ooh, yeah, I'm a
He
skilled."
got his ring already. He good.
But I mean, again, we're here to talk about what needs to change, and that needs to change.
I hear
He
you.
needs to
I hear
change it.
you. But
He needs to change the perception around the league. He needs to go to work, and then he needs to look directly into the camera and talk directly to all the big men around the league and be like, "I'm here. This is my league now. What?"
also too,
He
yeah.
needs to make a
Along with
statement.
that, I mean, AD and Braun got to be AD and Braun, but somebody got to step up, and want to, contribute with that. Because it's like Austin not shooting, not being aggressive, not shooting. Kendrick Nunn is in and out of it. Lonnie has had flashes. Like somebody got to be consistent and be like, I'm gonna be the third or fourth guy.
That should be
Because
Westbrook, to be
it should
honest.
be Westbrook, but Westbrook getting done in. You know what I'm saying? He can only do what he can do.
About Westbrook and this whole like bringing Russ off the bench, I have a problem with how they did it or with the reporting of it at least too. Like, I'm curious how Darvin framed it to Russ because the reporting of it by Woj said that Russ will be coming off the bench in order for him to log more minutes with the second unit.
Mm-hmm.
So he can be the primary playmaker with the second unit and run that unit and provide a spark to that unit specifically. Mm-hmm. That's what Woj reported, right?
Right.
So tell me why Russ is coming in to the game 7:32 last night. LeBron's still in the game. The bulk, and when we look back, the bulk of Russ's minutes, LeBron was still on the court. So
I think that mostly was because of AD, but I see your point.
No, because AD has nothing to do with it. Like,
well, because of the fact AD's missing, he need. I guess you think Braun needed some more help on the court.
No,
listen,
you know what?
If we're using that as an excuse, then it should have been a Russ and Braun pick and roll when Russ came into the game, and I didn't see much of that. And if we are going to primarily use a Russ and Braun pick and roll, where Russ is the one, taking the pick and Braun is the one being the roller, then why can't he just do that starting?
Talk to Braun.
Listen, if Darvin framed it differently to Russ, then that's something. But I have a problem with how they reported it. If how they
only thing I heard about
Darvin framing is how Darvin told Russ, then that's BS, and that's not right, man. Like, if you want to bring Russ off the bench, just say it.
I mean, in regards to what Darvin Ham said, the only thing I heard in regards to Darvin Ham said, he told him it's not a demotion, it's a realignment.
That was in the preseason.
Well, he said it again that night.
He did?
But,
okay.
He said it again that night. And he said they will look at him to be more off the bench, so because Braun is more ball dominant and Russ can be more rush if he comes off the bench. But at the same time, all this comes back to Braun. You can't have a true point guard with Braun and then let Braun run point and tell them to be a set shooter or a point guard.
Well, Shane,
Braun got to get the fuck out the way.
Shane, you can't just let your hatred for Braun bleed over.
It's not even about that, dude. Dude, you are a small forward. You are listed as a small forward. You have point guard passing ability, but you're not a damn point guard. Get off the damn ball and go to the fucking wing and let Russ run it.
Shane,
stop it. You know he can't shoot. You know he's a point guard.
To be fair, I think we all know that LeBron is he's basically a point guard, bro.
That if you're gonna be a point guard, then go actually set yourself as a point guard. Stop half-assing it.
Listen, Listen, LeBron being listed, I'll break it down for you, Shane Murray. LeBron being listed as a small forward was strategic because if he was listed as a point guard, he would be going up against, Magic basically instead of Larry Bird. And
But that's not fair to Russ. That's not fair to a point guard who's playing with Bron.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, Kyrie did it though, but Russ is a different
Well,
player.
Kyrie's more of a scorer than a point guard anyway, so it works for Kyrie.
Kyrie's
He
a
can put
two
up the
guard.
ball. He can shoot. Russ
Kyrie's a
needs the
two guard.
ball.
We
He
all know it.
needs a point guard.
Shane, in 30 seconds or less, are the Lakers going to win tomorrow night or no?
I'm gonna go on a positive approach and say yes, they will. They'll figure it out. There'll probably be a late comeback and they win by 2 points.
But what do you mean a positive approach? Do you think they're going to win or not?
Yes.
Good for you. Good for you. To see all you've seen and to still believe, man.
I got 3 words for you.
I see some positives coming, but they haven't put it together yet. That's why they're losing.
They haven't put
Eventually, it's only 5 games into the season. Eventually, they'll put something together.
It's only 5 games into the season.
All right, Mitch. I'm about to end this thing. I think you have some words for a friend of ours.
Yeah. Once again, my deepest apologies go out to Herbert. We run out of time once again. Herbert, I know you wanted to come on and express your displeasure for this slow start, but I'm sorry, man. We ran out of time, man. Next time. We got you. Next time.
All right. So before we get out of here, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button next to the Complete Lakers podcast. If you prefer the audio version, remember to rate, review, or subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts. The show is also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and every other major podcatcher. Make sure to follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at TC Pod Network and to like it on Facebook. Just search for the Complete Lakers podcast. Finally, send feedback and mailback questions to CompleteLakersPodcast@gmail.com. We are out.